All praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, Shalom salutations to the hopeful elect that's fighting a good fight of faith and truth, in sincerity and wholeheartedly, Shalom to the Akwath, which is the women believers, Shalom to you. And we ready for that change, man. So what do being changed in a twinkling of an eye really talking about? You know, it talks about being immortal, being not able to sin, having spiritual power. And all those things bring us a kingdom. And the kingdom is going to be ruled in righteousness. So I'm ready for that change, man. And everyone who's in this truth, I know you're ready for that change. So let's get into it. So it say, for all things cannot be in man because the Son of Man is not immortal. So what's the opposite of that? Being immortal. And when you are changed in a twinkle of an eye, that's what it means. Because if you don't understand the concept of we have to be changed to even receive the kingdom, the scripture said flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom, man. So that means we're going to have a new body. But I really want to talk about being changed in a twinkle of an eye, the process that it's going to take, and what it really means. Like even the laws written in us, that's part of being changed in a twinkle of an eye. So it said, therefore say, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, although I have cast them off far off among the heathen, and although I have scattered them among the countries, yet will I be to them as a little sanctuary in the countries where they shall come. That's wherever we're prophesying, whatever we're doing the video at. That's a sanctuary of the Lord. Therefore say, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, I will gather you from the people and assemble you out of the countries where you have been scattered, and I will give you the land of Israel. That's the elect, being, as I say in Matthew 24:31. Being delivered from the four winds of the earth, the elect, and they should come thither, and they shall take away all of the detestable things thereof, and all the abomination thereof from thence. So all your wickedness, all the idols, all of that is going to be behind us. And I will give them one heart. I will put a new spirit within you, and I will take the stony heart, which we have now, out of their flesh, and I will give them a heart of flesh. This all consists with being changed in a twinkle of an eye. All right. This scripture right here is one of the main foundations of being changed in a twinkle of an eye. All right. Giving us one heart, which is one mind, new spirit. All right. Taking out this stony heart, giving us a heart of flesh, man. So now let's get to scripture. Even though the scripture explains, what's changed in a twinkle of an eye, I just wanted to put a little extra with it. So it said, behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed. See, so even ones who die in the Lord, they're going to be resurrected first, as it's saying 1 Thessalonians 4:16. And then the ones who don't sleep, they're going to be caught up with the ones who was resurrected. And we all going to be changed. And it said, in a moment, in a twinkle of an eye, at the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. Okay? So without this process, the kingdom don't mean nothing. Oh, that's a good title right there. Without this process, the kingdom don't mean nothing. I need to write that down, but I can't because I don't got nothing to write with. But anyways, so hopefully I remember. But yeah, so if this process do not happen, man, the Lord can give us the kingdom today. Say if he come back, he destroy our enemies, he give us the kingdom, but he don't change the stony heart. He don't change us. He don't give us spiritual power. He don't give us none of that. Sin will be the death of us. Sin will bring us back into captivity. Sin is why we in this predicament in the first place. So This is what happens when you don't follow the Lord's rules. When he give you a guideline to follow and you don't follow it, this is what happens. Now you are in an earth where everything is contrary to the Lord. You grew up in that contrariness, and you actually at one point in time thought the contrariness was good. Now your number one enemy, who, if it wasn't up to the Lord, would have been had you extinct. All right. He rules over you. That's why your food is poison. He poisoned every damn body. That's how much of a devil he is. But how much more of Israelite communities? Why you got churches and liquor stores and cheap ass Save-A-Lots and Aldis and stuff like that, and wherever city that you're at that got those cheap ass stores. But I'm pretty sure it's a Save-A-Lot every damn where. But yeah, so you destroy it daily. Now, talking about the change in the twinkle of an eye, famous scripture. It said, "Beloved, now are we the sons of the Most High, and it do not yet appear what we shall be, but we know that when he shall appear, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is." So when Yahushua came and fulfilled the things that was written of him, he have ascended up to his glory on the right hand side of the Most High, which is not literal. Right hand goes into your exalted rank. So now the Lord is in his glory. That's where John 17 comes from, the prayer for him and his elect. So in the first few scriptures, like the first 5, it goes into how he said, "I want to go back to the glory that we had before the world was." So now Yahushua is in that glory. And when you go to Colossians 1:18, it said that he is the firstborn of the dead. So when he came down here and died as Yahushua, he's to never die again. That's the lot that we're about to head into. Okay? So being changed in a twinkle of an eye means to not die again, to be in our glory, man. So this is very, very important process. And it takes faith to understand these things. It takes faith to believe these things. Because when you tell a natural man, as the scripture says, a natural man cannot receive the things of the spirit, for they are foolishness unto him. So, like, even when we talk about the chariots, first of all, the chariots have to come for us to be changed in the twinkle of an eye. Wisdom of Solomon 5:2 said the strangeness of our salvation. So imagine seeing men, women being beamed up into what you will call a UFO, because that's what the devil call it, right? We know it's the chariots of the Lord. But you might actually see the process of us being changed while we being beamed up, man. While we being caught up, you might see the process of us being changed, on top of the miraculousness of us ascending up into the air and seeing a tractor beam, So these are the things that we are looking forward to. And it sounds crazy to the natural man. That's why the Lord said in that scripture, 1 Corinthians 2:14, the natural man. And then the next scripture is the spiritual man. So you see, it's a difference. The spiritual man, he judge of all things. So now let's dig a little deeper into the change in the twinkle of an eye. So also is the resurrection of the dead. Matter of fact, I want to start from 40. Yeah, I want to start from 40. It said, "There are also celestial bodies," that's talking about the angels, "and bodies terrestrial," that's talking about man. "But the glory of the celestial is one, and the glory of the terrestrial is another." So let's use one example for a terrestrial. They're able to bear children. Angels don't have sex. Okay? Angels don't have to eat either. Angels is full of energy. So what the Lord is going to, matter of fact, let me continue to read. "There is one glory of the sun and the other of the moon, and another glory of the stars, for one star differ from another star in glory." So everybody have their order. "So also is the resurrection of the dead. It is sown in corruption, it's raised in incorruption. It is sown in dishonor," talk about this flesh, It is raised in glory. It is sown in weakness, is raised in power. So we understand that this flesh is full of infirmities and wickedness. All right. But the Lord is going to raise us in the total opposite. It is sown a natural body. It is raised a spiritual body. There is a natural body and there is a spiritual body. This is the point, man. So we're about to get that spiritual body, that same body that came down and walked with the disciples. All right. After Yahushua was resurrected, man. That body is a glorious body, a spiritual body. You can't destroy a spiritual body. A spiritual body don't get tired. If we don't want to eat, we don't have to eat. Okay? You know how it's so hard to fast now? It will be nothing to fast. But see, the Lord is combining the celestial and the terrestrial together. The reason that we know that, because the scripture says in Isaiah 60 and 22 that he should make a small one into 1,000, and 1,000 into a great nation. I'm paraphrasing it, but which means Isaiah 60 and 61 is going into the kingdom, which means that we're going to be making children in the kingdom. And since angels don't have sex, but we're going to have a body of an angel, that means he's combining the celestial and the terrestrial together. Imagine that, man. So it says, so is written, the first Adam, the first man Adam, which was Yahushua, Adam, the first man, not the first man on the earth, but the first man who received the order of the Lord. He was supposed to be the priest of the Garden of Eden, but he failed, which was the Lord's purpose. So it says, and that is a stumbling block to people. And it says, could the Lord do what he wanted to do? We in his movie, and this is the way that he wanted it. So now, guess what? The last man, Adam, was a living soul, and the last Adam, which is Yahushua, was made a quickening spirit. See, now, what quickening mean? It means to be made alive. Going back to what I quoted earlier, the first born of the dead, to never die again, man. So, and that's where we're heading into if we endure to the end. Howbeit that was not first which is spiritual, but that which is natural, and afterward that which is spiritual. All right. So we're taking this natural, and the Lord is going to make it into spiritual. The first man is of the earth. The first man is of the earth, earthy. The second man is the Lord from heaven. As is the earthy, such are they also that are earthy. And as is the heavenly, such are they also that are heavenly. And as we have borne the image of the earthy, we should also bear the image of the heavenly. Come on now. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, this process have to happen or the kingdom don't matter. And guess what? This process is going to happen. Because the next scripture says the kingdom cannot, flesh and blood cannot enter into the kingdom of heaven. And like I said, I didn't want this video to be too long drawn out, so I'm going to end it on this, man. But just imagine, this is the glory. These are the ones that follow the Most High, man. He giveth power to the faint. We are the faint. We down here waiting for our glory. The scripture says that every creature waiteth for the manifestation of the sons of the Most High. That's us. But everybody depends on us. We depend on the Lord. Everybody else depend on us. You want to know why? Because the Lord said when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. The Lord is going to put us up. He's going to set us up on high. You can't set yourself up on high. We are the faint. We the one that waiteth. All right? For our glory. He giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might, he increaseth strength. Even the youth shall have faint and be weary. So when you in your prime, when you're young, you even still get tired. And the young man shall utterly fall. You see that every day. This is nothing but death here. You still get sick. All right. So it says, but they that wait upon Yahweh shall renew their strength, and they shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run. That means we're going to fly, man. Literal. And an eagle is the highest soaring bird. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. So imagine that, never getting tired, never being beat up, never getting sick. This is what it means to be changed in the twinkle of an eye. All praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Hopefully this video is edifying, and Shalom.